And once again, I would like to welcome you to the campus of Exeter High School in Exeter, Missouri for a junior varsity match between the Exeter Lady Tigers and the College Heights Lady Cougars. College Heights won the first varsity match 3 sets to none. Starting things off for us for Exeter will be looks like number 16, maybe. Yeah, 16 serving. Fink free balls it over, picked up by 16. 2 will set. 23 will play it over. Ava will bump it to Garmin, who will set for Pryor. And not a double hit, a lift on Exeter will give College Heights the first point of the match. Ava will go back to serve for College Heights. She'll send that one over. Picked up by 13. Tipped by number 8. Picked up by Carolyn Satterley. Let will set Katie Moss. She'll send that one over and get a kill. And Katie Moss gets her first kill of the evening. Score is now 2-0 in favor of College Heights. Ava Lett will go back to serve. We'll go back to serve for the Lady Cougars. She'll send this one over. That one is shanked by number 17. And out of the front. If you didn't hear my message at the beginning of the varsity match, I was unable to get a program for this match, so don't be surprised if you hear me calling out the Exeter players by their numbers instead of their actual names, because I don't necessarily know all of their actual names from memory. So free ball number 8, picked up by Moss, set from Lett, goes back to Katie Moss, and Moss will send that one into the net. That will send number 8 to the service line for Exeter. She will send this over. Satterley shanks the pass, and that'll be an ace for number 8 on Exeter. And number 8 will go back to serve, looking to tie the set at 3 points apiece. Serve is up. Fink will send it to Lett. Moss free balls it over, and Exeter can't stand her, and that'll be a point for College Heights. Now Torn Fink will go back to serve for College Heights. She will send that over. And an ace for Torn Fink. Great, wonderfully placed serve on Torn Fink to put College Heights up by 3. Scores now 5-2 in favor of the Lady Cougars. She'll send that one over. That is shanked by 8. Great hustle by Exeter to try to keep it up, but they can't keep it up. Torn Fink going back to the service line. Fink serves. 8, 16. Number 8 will free ball. That is picked up by Garmin. Bump set by Lett. Goes to Satterley. She'll go into the post. That holds the net up. That will cut the lead down to 3. Krista Miller and Lauren Nichols, meanwhile, were onto the match for Carolyn Satterley and Torn Fink. And now the serve from number 2 goes into the net. Lead is back up to 4. Now Katie Moss will serve for College Heights. And a rotation change for Exeter as number 33 comes in for number 17. And Katie Moss sends that serve a bit too deep. Number 23 will serve for Exeter. She'll send that one over. Moss, Lett, Sats, Nichols. She'll send that one over. That's picked up by 23. 16, Sats. 33 tips it over and gets the kill. .23 serving again for Exeter. That one goes into the net. And Izzy Pryor will go back to serve for College Heights. Serve from Pryor, picked up by 2. 16, sets tight to 33. And that'll give College Heights a point. They lead by 4 as number 17. Number 17 enters the match for number 33. Izzy Pryor will go back to serve. That's picked up by 8. 2 passes to 16, full free ball. That's picked up by Nichols. Lett sets to Nichols. Nichols sends that one back. 8 picks it up. 16 sets. 17 will play that over. Nichols. Miller will free ball. That's picked up by number 2. 16 sets. 23 will push it over. Pryor. Lett sets Wilkins. Picked up by 16. Free ball 13. Picked up by Moss. Lett sets Nichols. She'll send that over. That's picked up by 2, tipped over by 16, Pryor, Lett, and Sophie Wilkins sends that one out of bounds, and Exeter gets the point to cut the lead down to 3. Sammy Cogshaw will enter the match for Izzy Pryor. And now number 17 will send that over for Exeter. And tipped over by number 8. That'll be a point for Exeter. They are now only trailing 9-7. Lead is now down to 2. Serve is up from 17. That's picked up by Lett. Wilkins sends that one over. 23, 16, sets. 13 will free ball. Moss right there to pick it up. Lett tips it into the net. And now 17 for Exeter will serve, looking to tie the set at 9 points apiece. Serve goes into the net, and that will be enough to put College Heights back up by 2. Lauren Nichols will go back to serve for College Heights. Serve from Nichols, picked up by 23, 16. Free ball by 8, goes outside the antenna. Score is now 11-8 in favor of College Heights. Serves up from Nichols. And the free ball hits the ceiling. And Lauren Nichols will go back to serve for College Heights. Serve from Nichols, picked up by number 2. Number 8, number 23 will send that over. Moss, Lett sets Krista Miller. That one hits the antenna. I'll bring the lead back down to 3 as Torn Fink and Carolyn Satterley enter the match for Krista Miller and Lauren Nichols. Serve from 13 goes into the net and through the net. Rotation change as Wilkins will go to the bench for a quick breather and Maddie Garman will step in. Garman will go ahead and serve. Serve from Garman. Picked up by 17, and that will be shanked for an ace from Maddie Garman. Rotation change as number 13 will exit the match and number 1 will enter. Maddie Garman will serve. 23-16. 2 sends that over and out. That'll push the lead to 6. Maddie Garman will serve for College Heights. Garman serves. 16 sets to 2. She'll send that one deep and out. Garman will serve again. Cougars lead by 7 in the first set. Pass. Exeter can't keep it up. Maddie Garman with another great serve. That'll draw a timeout from Exeter. College Heights leading 17-9 here in the first set. Rotation change coming out of the timeout as number 13 comes into the match and number 1 will exit for the time being. Meanwhile, Maddie Garman will go back to serve for College Heights. (23-16). 8 sends that too deep. That'll put Garman at the service line once again. Garman going back to serve, sends that one into the net. Cutting the lead down to 8, scores now 16-10 in favor of College Heights. Serve from 16, makes it over. Fink, Satterley, Moss is able to tip it over. And an overpass by Exeter results in a point as the ball drops right into the deep right corner where none of the College Heights players were, which made it difficult to defend, as now the lead is down to 7. Number 16 going back to the service line for Exeter. Serve is over and out. Rotation changes. Izzy Pryor enters the match. And Sammy Cogshell will exit. Lett will serve for College Heights, and that'll be an ace for Ava Lett. Ava Lett will serve. 13. 16 sends that into the net. Shout out to Ava Lett's number 1 fan, Maddie Collin. Cheering her on from the stands. Love to see that. Teammates supporting each other. They're both setters, so that definitely probably contributes to Colin's support of Ava Lett. It's fun to watch. All of these Cougars tend to be pretty vocal when their teammates are prospering on the volleyball court. Ava Lett will serve, and another ace for Ava Lett. And Maddie Collin is probably the happiest person in the world right now. Ava Lett performing spectacularly here in the junior varsity match. Lett sends that over. 16. 2 tips that over. Satterley. Lett with a great set. Moss tips that one over. 8, 13, 16. Free balls. Moss, Lett, sets. Fink sends that one over, and a kill for Torin Fink. And now Ava Lett will serve, once again looking to end the set right here, 13. And the tip by 16, Garmin. Lett sets Pryor. She sends that one over and in! And a kill for Izzy Pryor! Wonderfully placed, and that will end the first set. College Heights taking the first set 25-11. Off of a kill from Izzy Pryor. Ava Lett performing spectacularly here in this first set. We'll be back soon with coverage of the second set in a moment. And coming out of the intermission, you'll start the second set. Ava Lett serving for College Heights. Lett will send that one into the net. And Exeter takes the lead 1-0 here early in the second set. .16 going back to serve for Exeter. She will send this one over. And that's in, and an ace for number 16. Exeter with their largest lead of the night at 2-0. 16. Serving for Exeter. And another ace! And Exeter now leads by 3 in the early going. .16 going back to serve again for Exeter. Lady Tigers, she sends that over! And another ace! 3 in a row for number 16 on the Exeter Lady Tigers. Serve from 16, picked up by Fink. Moss Free ball Pryor, picked up by 16. 8, bumps it. Number 2 will send that over. Garmin. 5. Pryor sends that over. 13. Free ball, 23. It lands! Exeter taking a 5-0 lead early in the second set. $16 going back to the service line. And the serve from 16. It's up, it's over. Satterley with the pass. Let will set. Fink sends that one deep. Exeter's lead swells to 6. College Heights hasn't scored. Exeter's going crazy. They've scored 6. Serve is up. Satterley with the pass. Let, set. Moss sends that one too deep. The lead keeps growing. It is a 7-0 lead for the Exeter Lady Tigers. Serve is up, and the run finally comes to an end. A spectacular, unfathomable run by the Exeter Lady Tigers, taking a quick early lead in the second set. Score is now 7-1 in favor of the Exeter Lady Tigers. Krista Miller coming into the match, as will Lauren Nichols for Torn Fink and Carolyn Satterley. Miller going back to serve for College Heights. She will send this one over. Overpass, picked up by Miller, tipped over by Moss. 16, 8 bumps it over. Garvin, Let, going outside. Nichols sends that one over. Overpass, lands out of bounds. And the lead is down to 5. That'll put Miller back at the service line. Miller will serve. Picked up. Bump set by 16. Free ball just falls short. That'll put Miller back at the service line, and all of a sudden the lead's been cut down to 4. Miller will go back to serve. And she will send that ball through the air. That's picked up by 23. 16 with the set. 2 sends that one over. Miller with the dig. Tipped by Let. Picked up by 13. 16. 8 will free ball. Garmin. Let. Miller. Not Miller. Moss! Katie Moss tools the block and gets the kill, cutting the lead down to 3, and all of a sudden the score is now 7-4 in favor of the Exeter Lady Tigers. Miller serves. That one, overpass, picked up by Moss, and an overpass by Moss. She bumps it over the net, and that'll be another kill for Katie Moss, sending Miller back to the service line. Krista Miller will serve. That one is picked up by 17. 13. 2 free balls. Garmin. Let sets outside Nichols. 13. Tipped over by 16 or 2. Garmin. Let. Pryor sends that one back, and another kill for Isabel Pryor. And that will draw a timeout from Exeter, as what was once a 7-point lead, Exeter was firing on all cylinders, but College Heights came back. And now they are 1 point away from tying the set at 7 points apiece. Coming out of the timeout, Krista Miller at the service line for College Heights, looking to tie the set at 7. Picked up by 23, 2, 16, sends it over and a kill for Exeter. That'll push the lead back up to 2. Number 8 will go back to the service line for the Lady Tigers. Eight will send that one over. That's picked up by Garmin into the net and an ace for number 8 on Exeter. And the serve's up from number 8, picked up by Garmin. Tight pass, Let will tip that over. Great hustle by Exeter. They keep it in the air. They free ball it over. It's picked up by Miller. A set by Let. Outside to Nichols. She'll send it over. 13, 8, bumps it. 16 with the free ball, and it just falls short. I keep mixing Krista and Katie up for some reason. Katie Moss will go back to serve as Libby Fanning enters the match to play front row while Maddie Garmin goes back to the bench. Katie Moss will go back to serve while the Cougars trail by 2. Moss sends that one back and just a bit too far back as that sails out of bounds and pushes the lead back up to 3 for Exeter. Serve from number 2. She'll send that one over and in. Brilliantly placed serve from number 2 on Exeter. And an ace for the Lady Tigers as they push their lead back up to 4. Two will serve. Nichols. Let sets to Fanning. Tipped at the net. Back over. Fanning recovers. 17, 16. Back to 17. She'll send that one over. It's picked up by Nichols. And another kill for Exeter as the lead goes back up to 5. And number 2 will step back to serve for Exeter. She will send this one over. Moss picks it up. Let sets middle to Fanning. She tips it over. 16 sends it back over. Moss tips it over. Great hustle by both teams. Katie Moss! Excellent hustle to get the free ball over, and it drops, and that'll be a kill for Katie Moss. And now Izzy Pryor going to the service line. Serve from Pryor, picked up by 8, 16, sets, free ball, 13, picked up by Miller. Let goes outside. Nichols, now 8, 16, 17 sends that one over. That's picked up by Pryor. Let outside, no, it's outside middle. Libby Fanning, and Libby Fanning gets the kill. That'll put Pryor back at the service line, and College Heights now only trails by 3. Pryor sends that one over. That's picked up. And Exeter can't return it, and that'll be an ace for Izzy Pryor. Pryor going back to serve for College Heights. Pryor, and that will be another ace for Izzy Pryor. And now the Cougars are 1 point away from tying, and once again Exeter will call timeout. Score is now 12-11 in favor of Exeter. And coming out of the timeout, Pryor will serve. That's picked up by 8. Overpass drops. right inside the boundaries. And now London Edson will enter the match for Izzy Pryor. And now number 23 will serve for Exeter. She will send that over. Moss, overpass, picked up by 13. 16 tips it over. That's picked up by Edson. Let Fanning sends that over, and a kill for Libby Fanning. Torn Fink and Carolyn Satterley will enter the match for Lauren Nichols and Krista Miller. That'll send Satterley to the service line. Satterley's serve makes it over. Exeter rallying to get under it. Free ball makes its way over. Satterley, let, sets. Edson sends it over. Edson right there to pick up the overpass. A tight pass! Just goes over, and it's tipped at the net by Exeter, and that'll be another point. Score is now 14-12 in favor of the Lady Tigers. And the serve from 17. Shanked by Fink, and that'll be an ace for Exeter. Going back to serve. She'll send that over, and that will go into the net. Libby Fanning will step out of the match. Maddie Garman will step in. She'll go back to serve. Garman will serve. She'll send that over. That's picked up by 2. 16, and that'll be a point for College Heights as a lift has been called on Exeter. Maddie Garman going back to serve, looking to tie the set at 15 apiece for College Heights. She'll send that one over. That's picked up by 23. 16, free ball 8, picked up by Garman. Let will set. Moss sends it over. Exeter sends it over. Edson there to get under it. Collin sets middle. Moss sends that one over. Tipped. Exeter staying under it. And it just got over the net! The free ball just grazes the net, makes it over. And that will put Exeter back up by 2. 13 going to the service line for Exeter. She will send that over. Satterley with the pass. Set from Lett. Goes to Fink. She will free ball that over. 8, 16. Sets to 2. That one is blocked at the net by Moss. Izzy Pryor will step into the match for London Edson. And now Ava Lett going back to serve for College Heights. Serve from Lett, going over, 13. And that'll be an ace for Ava Lett. She will go back to the service line. We're tied at 16 points apiece. Lett looking to give College Heights their first lead of the set. Lett sends it over, 17, 16, 2 free balls picked up by Garman. Lett will set. Fink from the outside. 17, 13, sends it up. Free ball by 2, picked up by Garman. Lett will set. Back to Fink. She'll send that one over. That one makes it over! And it's shaved by Lett, and another point for Exeter. They retake the lead, 17-16. And number 16 will go back to serve for the Lady Tigers. She will send that one over. Satterley, Lett, bump sets. Moss will send that one over and in. Katie Moss with a well-placed kill to re-knot it up at 17 points apiece. And now Krista Miller and Lauren Nichols will enter the match for Carolyn Satterley and Torn Fink. Now Miller will go back to serve for College Heights. Tied at 17. She will put the ball in play. Overpass picked up by Garmin. Sets. Katie Moss tips it over. 8, 13. Free ball by 16. Just makes it over. 8. Overpass picked up at the net. Miller will free ball. 17, 16, 8. Sends it into the net. And College Heights claims their first lead of the second set. 33 will enter the match for 17, and Miller will go back to the service line. Lady Cougars leading 18 to 17. And the set by Miller, picked up by 33, 16. 8 sends it over, and we're tied at 18. Knotted up once again. This time 8 going back to the service line for Exeter. Eight will send that one over. Nichols, Pryor, and Miller. Her effort to push it back over will not make it. And Exeter is retaking the lead, 19 to 18. 8 will go back to the service line. Her serve makes it over. A high arcing serve picked up by Garmin. Bumps that's out. Nichols, she'll send that back. 13, 16, 33, sends that one over and out. And we're tied once again at 19. Sophie Wilkins and Louie Fanning will come in for Katie Moss and Maddie Garmin. Wilkins will go to the service line. Sophie Wilkins will serve. And an ace for Sophie Wilkins to put College Heights back up by 1, leading 20 to 19 over the Exeter Lady Tigers in the second set. Wilkins will serve. 16. Tip by number 2, picked up by Miller. Set by Lett, back to Pryor, and Pryor tools the block and gets yet another kill. College Heights leading by 2. Wilkins goes back to serve. 21 to 19 is the score in favor of College Heights. Wilkins serving for the Lady Cougars. Served by Wilkins, and another ace for Sophie Wilkins. 22 to 19, the Lady Cougars lead. And that'll be a timeout for Exeter. Timeout that Exeter called. They apparently called it when they didn't have any left. So that'll be a free point for the Lady Cougars. Wilkins going back to serve, sending that one over. Picking it up as 2, 16. 23 will free ball it over. Miller, sets middle to Fanning. She'll send it over and get the kill. Libby Fanning getting the kill and putting the Cougars at match point. Sophie Wilkins leading College Heights on a 5-0 run, seeing if she can put the match away right here and now. Lady Cougars in match point, leading 24-19. Picked up by 8. Tipped over, and that'll be a lift. Called on number 16. College Heights takes the second and final set, 25-19. Sophie Wilkins coming in clutch with a great service run to end the second set and give the Cougars a 2-0 win on the match. Our next match will be a home match on this Thursday, September 23rd at Ozark Christian College, I believe, against McDonald County. It's going to be at 5:30. I believe this match will be JV first, and we will have a C match, and then a C team match, and then we will have the varsity match following. So College Heights takes the victory in the varsity match 3-0 and the junior varsity match 2-0. I'm Curtis Davenport, and as always, thank you for tuning in.